losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need.
Inside Harrahs. This is where I won my first hamper in 1997. There's Lisa, they're degenning on the crazy rich Asians game. I don't think we've ever won on it, but she likes it. Finally got the bonus on this Buffalo Grand. I've been trying all week for one. Gold ones are required. Not straight to free games. Gold or purple. Stop there, we'll do. Do you want another gold one or another purple one? Gold this time. Got super. And this is a bit, it gives nothing. Trigger. Is it better? Come on, stop dead spinning. I always get my hopes up and they're firmly smashed by this machine. A few elks. Oh, there you go. 23 and a half. Oh well. We're playing some sort of leprechaun game. Lisa's got the bonus. We haven't got a clue what we're doing. We've never played it before. I think you'd quite like to see the 10 and the 7 and the 7, 10, stop the 10.
Yeah.
24 dead spins, what do you think? Shame we can't turn the volume up because I'm going to get copyrighted on this, I'm sure, so I'm going to have to yada 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 over it. What is going on now? Wish that was all there. Oh, they're all the wilds. The wilds change and you've got to hope that they change into things of value. The last go. just $11.50. Okie dokie. Hold and spin on Dollar Storm 250 a spin, 10 cent denomination. Let's win some money. See my rules apply. Get one to stay in. The major is maxed out at 1,000. One can only hope. Numbers, come on. I don't want to sound desperate, but come on, give me some numbers. Okay. I've had worse. Dollar Storm, this time we have the feature. Let's get the hold and spin. Oh, some big wins would be nice. Cool, re-triggered as well. Are they wild? Women? Oh, 415. Didn't realise it's gone up that many. Oh, that's a shame. One more. Got it. $10 there. 20, 30 already on that. Go on, time for the major. Oh, the mini bounced then, didn't it? I saw it. Oh, $10. Not bad, not bad. Still just over halfway through the feature. Always forget to point the camera up. Time for another one of them. Two more. One last go. Go on. Hold and spin on the last one, please. Do it! What a tease. $8, happy with that. Steering the link. It's quite hectic in here. We spread out the link, I'm not sure if I like it or not. I'm not a big fan.
Tuesday. So morning all from quite a busy day actually. As you saw, we left the Mandalay Bay area and I haven't got a clue where we went. And this particular shopping venue is good for plane spotters because you've just watched Tuesday, cut, scrap. You're supposed to piss in them or shit in them. I bet someone's tried.
They're just in Planet Hollywood. We'll give this a bash. See if I can.
So fast forward several hours, in fact actually days, in fact weeks later, finally got around to doing the summary video. Just gonna talk to you about the trip. A lot of people have been asking us some private messages and things about how I pay for things and about the car hire, comps, etc. So grab a cup of tea because I might go on. I've got some notes here if you keep seeing me look down. I'm going to talk about everything about the trip. I'm sporting me Nicky Firmage Vlogs t-shirt. I didn't take it with me for some reason. Might have been something to do with the fact I'd put on a bit of weight, to say the least, but you can't see the bottom half here. But yeah, I need to go on a diet. Too many donuts, too many beers. Travel. We went from Heathrow. We live in the south, so we went from Heathrow and we parked at Heathrow for the duration. We used their meet and greet service, first time we've ever used that service, from Terminal 5. It was about £109 for the kind of 7 days you're going to have to pay for. £109, Terminal 5. It worked very well. We literally dropped the car literally across the road from the terminal entrance, and was in the terminal within 2 minutes getting out the car. It was that easy. It's going to be different now, so don't think, oh, that sounds like a good idea, because I believe the Vegas flights for BA are moving to Terminal 3 very shortly. You may have seen we flew with British Airways, and just to let you know how much we paid for that, we collect Avios, the old air miles. We do that through the American Express card, or we did for the 2 years prior to the trip. Literally put absolutely everything on the card, from buying sweets, fuel, every bit of shopping. We pay off every month, so you don't pay the interest, but it accumulates the miles. So we're talking about Avios. Just have to readjust something with the camera there. We used the air miles to pay for this trip. We booked it last October and we paid, just look at my notes here, £480 tax. So we always have to pay the tax even though you're using air miles, and 62,500 Avios, and we used our companion voucher, and that got us a return to Vegas from Heathrow in Premium, or what they call it, World Traveller Plus. We then later upgraded to Club, which is people call upper class. It's not first class. First class is very different from business class. The attention and service is far better than business class, but it's still very, very nice indeed. And I found out that this aircraft we were going on had the brand new suites, which you saw in the first video, and I thought, well, it's worth trying to see if we can upgrade. And for the upgrade we pay £110 each, which was the tax, and it cost 30,000 Avios for the upgrade, of which we had to pay that once because we were using this companion voucher, which you get with BA Avios American Express card, for you accumulating so many points during a few months. So in total it was around about £600 and about 90,000 Avios in total to go out Club and back Premium World Traveller Plus. So that's a bargain. We're looking at prices now, and economy are actually more than that, obviously minus the Avios, don't have to pay for that. But we started collecting Now Virgin points, used to be Virgin Miles, I think they're calling them points now, for the flying club, and we're going to see where that gets us. As you saw, we stayed at Delano. Cost of that was, it was all comped. Lisa used her, I was going to say M Life, it's now called MGM Rewards, offer that she had. She had 2 nights offered there, plus resort fees. I have 4 nights offered comp there. They're also throwing in some resort credit and also some free play. It's about $25 for Lisa free play and about $75 for me. And for some strange reason that actually increased to $125 when I went to go and claim it, but I wasn't going to argue. I don't know why that happened. The only thing I have to pay on top of that is resort fees. I only get my resort fees taken care of at the moment in Excalibur and Luxor, but we wanted to stay in Delano, wanted to stay in the suites. It was a very, very nice hotel, all suite hotel, so we decided to stay there. So in total, the whole lot for the room was $132. That was 2 nights we got taken care of by reception for the resort fees because of the room change we needed when we got there, because someone had been smoking cannabis in the room and it was literally clinging to the walls. It was really, really strong odour, so we changed the rooms. And then the other 3 nights, because we stayed for 5 nights, so the other 3 nights were $132, although we booked a 4th night on my comps, which was the Friday night, even though we weren't staying there. And the reason was because we had that late BA flight, goes back about 9 o'clock at night, so we stayed in the room till 6 o'clock that night. And by checking out at 6 o'clock that night, you don't pay any resort fees because we haven't actually stayed there for that night. It's not so much a fiddle, I just think it's a small glitch in the system, but they'll probably work that out and probably change it by the time you watch this. But that's what we did. We booked 6 nights, stayed 5 and had the room for the whole day on the Friday. The room we had that was booked under Lisa's account was a stadium view, overlooked the Allegiant Stadium, 2 queen beds. It was very nice, but we was promised by reception she'd move us to a strip view. In hindsight, I'd wish we'd actually stayed where we were because that room was really nice. Actually enjoyed the 2 queen beds. Gave me and Lisa so much room to spread around in our own huge bed each. It was quite nice. The view wasn't that bad. I know, yeah, it was towards the freeway but the mountains in the background were very nice. When we moved to the strip view, we moved up a couple of floors, well, quite a few floors actually, from the 19th floor to the 31st floor. We did have a strip view, as you saw in a few of the videos, but unfortunately, it was right in the corner of where the 2 sides of the Delano meet, and it was really restricted. Actually, the lounge was quite a little bit smaller because it was next to the ice machine room, and that view really wasn't as good. It was like kind of squeezed in. So if you get a room at Delano, at reception they tell you it's whatever XX, which is the floor, so say 31, 31, 801 or 33, 801. Just be wary that 801 means it's a corner room and it's got a small lounge and a much more restricted view from one of the sort of outer ones of the kind of L shape that Delano is. That's about it for the hotel. Car hire. Just have a quick breather. Been having a lot of questions about car hire because of the prices have just gone through the roof for car hire in the last year or 2. Reason being is these companies sold off a lot of their stocks for COVID and they're trying to rebuild them back up, but apparently there's a world shortage of computer chips and cars have a lot of computer chips in, and so they are not rebuilding the stocks like they wanted to. So car hire prices are double, if not treble, what they used to be. We originally had booked with Virgin Holidays for the car, and that was going to be a basic, what I call a noddy car, really small car, and it was going to be £286 to book that. We booked it, but we knew that Virgin Holidays give a free cancellation for their car hire service if you book car hire on its own. And a few weeks before we flew, I noticed BA were reducing quite drastically the price of their car hire. And I picked up from the Mandalay Bay a large car, as you saw, and that was a Mitsubishi Outlander. So a nice big car for 5 days, and that was only £249. So that's pretty good bargain. I don't know if you could still get them that price or whether they're all starting to come back down. The good thing about that price is we picked it up from Mandalay Bay, and doing that by picking up at a hotel, various ones on the strip you can do it, you avoid paying the airport fees that gets tagged onto car hire. So that's well worth noting that. But we picked it up at the hotel and dropped back at the airport. Well, it's not quite the airport, is it? It's a bus ride away, a free bus ride away, but it's the car hire rental centre. That's where we took it back to. I'm going to talk about gambling. Well, what can you say? If you've watched the whole series, you will see I did rather well. 2 hand pays, incredible good luck. Going to talk about budgets. I took with me $2,500. Changed it all up before I went. Ordered from the post office. They had good rates. At the time, $1.34 to the pound, I think it was. Lisa had $2,000 to take with her. I hadn't planned on kind of like 2 trips within such a small space of time, but I had such a good luck on my last trip that I brought home about $1,900. So I actually only technically took $600 with me to make up that $2,500, because quite honestly, December's money was bought and paid for months and months and months before, and I didn't expect to bring it home, but I did. So yeah, I didn't really take a lot with me in the scheme of things, but it worked out roughly, if you don't include the first and last days, which I have less. It was about $500 a day for me and about $400 a day for Lisa. We had winning days right up towards the end of the holiday, and bizarrely, just as it was getting busier, which it always does on Thursday and Friday in Vegas, bizarrely the winning stopped as well. There's nothing to say. I'm sure the computers don't work out. It's a weekend and change the payout odds, and the Nevada Gaming Commission wouldn't allow for it. But it just seems I never win anything at weekends in Vegas. But hey ho, it is what it is. We won the first 4 days, and then Thursday, Friday we didn't. Coming home, Lisa, $2,000 she took with her. She took home $1,500 of it, so she had only a $500 spend for her gaming budget. She would have probably have only spent $100 if she didn't have that horrendous run of bad luck on that Thursday. She did unfortunately chase the jackpots on that coin combo machine she was on, and it didn't pay off, and she walked away with her tail between her legs, well and truly. I came home with a bloody fortune. I came home with way over $5,000. I think the final figure may be $5,300. Absolutely paranoid about carrying that sort of money around with me in my backpack on the plane. Wasn't worried about being asked at customs what I was doing with that sort of money. But the maximum amount you can carry in cash taken out of the country is $10,000. So I don't know what people do actually if they win, say, a 15,000 or 20,000 grand jackpot and got paid in cash, how they would get it out. I suppose you could just get it out, but you have to declare it. Good winning trips. Kind of profits. Lisa could have blown the whole 2,000. That's what she bought it with her for, but in the end it only cost her $500. We have a completely separate budget for any drinking, food, shopping. That's completely separate. I just shove that on my Halifax Clarity card and worry about that when I get home. I get a good rate of exchange on that card, and don't pay any fees for it, so that's excellent. A question I've been asked a lot, both in the comments on YouTube and on Facebook, personal messages to me. Hand pay jackpot over $1,200. Did the casinos pay in full? Did they withhold tax? Because if you don't know, any jackpot over $1,200 on slot machines, I think it's $5,000 on a table game, but obviously I'm not in that league. Slot machines over $1,200. Americans and other country people have to pay tax, and that's 30%. They lose 30% on that. And there's a treaty between the UK and the USA where we get paid in full. However, times have changed in the last 5 or 6 years in Vegas, and the IRS put certain restrictions on casino. They needed a specially trained agent, I believe, to be able to do the paperwork. And a lot of the casinos now do not pay in full. A lot of downtown casinos don't pay in full. They'll do all the paperwork, but they'll withhold 30% of the money, and it's up to you to attempt, in inverted commas, to try and claim it back when you're at home, which, well, best of luck with that. People have done it, but it's just not easy to do. And a few on the strip are like that. I've heard Flamingo, quite a few of the Caesars properties like that, but a lot of the MGM properties are great. They do have these people, the slot officials that are IRS agent trained or whatever you need to be to do the full paperwork, and both Excalibur and the Cosmopolitan paid me in full. Excalibur came up with an ITIN, which is an individual taxpayer, I think, identification number. And once you've got that and you produce that with your passport, you do not have to pay the tax again. So Excalibur sorted that out for me. Cosmo were a bit odd about it. They said they didn't trust MGM to do it properly, so they would apply for another one. But she said they'll probably be cross-referenced and you'd end up with the same one. And lo and behold, this week in the post, 3 weeks on, I got my letter from the IRS, which was sent from this country, but it was obviously from America. They're using agents over here. And I now have my official individual taxpayer identification number, ITIN, which means basically any future hand pays, I don't have to worry, because I'll have that with me, so I can even win one downtown and I can just show them the paperwork. However, and this is a big however, it's only valid for 3 years if you don't use it. So if you have no hand pays between now and 3 years' time, a number will just disappear into the ether and you start all over again. So if you're getting a few hand pays over a couple of years, then it will just keep renewing, so you'll keep the same one. But yeah, I got paid in full. Both the 1600 plus and the 1700 plus were paid for me in full in cash, and you saw the agents counting out the cash. And food, simple eaters. We're not posh eaters at all. Certainly, as you may have seen in Din Tai Fung, we're a little bit lost with what to do in a proper, authentic Oriental restaurant. Breakfasts, we ate out a couple of times. Once at the Pyramid Cafe, or twice there may have been, and McDonald's. Just a couple of Egg McMuffins do us sometimes. But half the time we couldn't be bothered to go out in the morning, so we got some Krispy Kreme donuts for the room, stored them in the room, and I bought my own travel kettle, so I had coffee and donuts in the room. That'll do. Lunches. Don't eat a lot of lunch. Vegas jet lag seems to completely kill my appetite. I know it's hard to believe looking at me and the fat sod I am, but yeah, I don't have an appetite a lot in Vegas, so didn't really eat a lunch. The only lunch we had, I believe, was in snacks in the Mirage, where we used my Vegas voucher and had those ginormous sandwiches that we ate and couldn't finish. Evening meals. We do like Public House. I like a sports bar. I'm rather fond of a burger and fries. As I said, simple eater, and we ate there a couple of times. Din Tai Fung was special for us to go there in Aria. We didn't pay for any of their meals. It was all taken care of by resort credit. We had a total between us of $150 in resort credit. I accumulated, I think, almost $50 of express comps. It's another thing you can get through using your players' cards every time you gamble. And using some $20 off vouchers earned through My Vegas. So never spent any money in them restaurants. So free dinners, basically. The ones we did pay for, Nacho Daddy, that was very nice. However, we've since sat in the still bar in Mirage, where two ladies behind us ordered a massive plate of nachos to share. And I must admit, it looks so much nicer and bigger than what Nacho Daddy supplied. And we looked at the cost, and it was actually cheaper in Mirage than it was Nacho Daddy. But we'd eat there next time if it's still there, if and when the Hard Rock take over Mirage. So we'll give that a go. But yeah, it was okay in Nacho Daddy. And of course, you might have seen in the latest video, This one, I think that this one's attached to. We ate out in the Forum shops at Caesar's Palace at the Cheesecake Factory. Just simple meal, sandwiches, burgers. Again, surprised you might be, but I didn't have room for any cake, which was a shame. I do like the cheesecakes there, but we didn't have them. Shopping. Well, we went a couple of times shopping. Went to Town Square, went to Bath and Body Works, and a lot of people say, "Oh, what's Bath and Body Works?" I've heard about it. A lot of people rave about it. You can't get it very easily in this country. I believe there's about 4 or 5 Next shops that have a Bath and Body Works attached to it, and basically it does hand soaps and shower gels and stuff, and they're all very nice smelling. And my wife's told me to show these. I just think it's soap. I think it's overpriced, but hey ho, what do I know? These are the sort of soaps we got. That's some of the gentle foaming hand soap. That one's strawberry pound cake. This is just several of a lot that we bought. She does like a bargain in Bath and Body Works, so we have bought home a lot more than this. We've got cucumber mist, and also on offer there was these nice shower gels. No, I don't use them. I just use regular soap, but the girls and the wife use these. We've got a peach prosecco, so you can smell like a bottle of wine, and again some more strawberry pound cake. All good stuff. This smells very nice, but don't personally use it. And of course, hand gels, and obviously these are the Christmassy themes. I think I might have picked these ones up in my December trip. But yeah, I spent a lot of money in Bath and Body Works. Far too much, if I'm honest. But hey ho. We have bought a few other things. When we went to Target, we always buy some things to come home with that we can't normally get in this country. Who doesn't like a bit of goldfish, little snackette things? These are very nice. Bought several ones of these, plain ones, cheddar, and they do a parmesan. Bought those. My youngest, she's 14. She likes donuts, American donuts. So we have to buy these. These are like sugar donuts you can buy from the supermarkets. Obviously not fresh because they keep for months, but she likes them. So we'll buy a few bags of those. Well, here's the other goldfish we come back with, original flavour. Really nice. M&M's. Now, we do like various flavoured M&M's. It says a sharing size, but I'm sure I could probably demolish this in one evening sitting. We have these ones. These are the caramel ones. So we always try to go for flavours you can't get in this country, or not very easily anyway. So the caramel ones. We had some mint ones before Christmas that I bought back. They're very nice. Did a few other things. Bought a few other things. Bought my oldest daughter some poppables. She likes those. They used to sell them in this country, and I believe they stopped selling them now. So she always wants us to bring those back. But let's not get me wrong. Everyone goes, "Oh, it's so cheap in America." And when you go food shopping, it's very expensive. A big bag of crisps, something like a family-sized, sort of like sharing bag of say kettle chips in this country would cost £1, which is what, $1.30. That sort of bag of crisps or chips, as they like to call them over there, $4. That's like 3 times plus the cost. I can't remember how much these were. These aren't cheap either, but hey ho, bring them back as a treat. My other daughter is really into anime. She wanted me to bring that back. It's a model of, don't ask me, I haven't got a clue who that is, but it's one of the characters she likes. It says it's, Demon Slayer, there we go, the Demon Slayer. Every day's an education. And a couple of other anime books which are actually buried in their room, so I don't actually know where they are. Another thing I got while I was out there, not so much shopping, is collecting. I collect $1 casino chips. Of course, we had to get the circa $1. I have Mirage. I've only got the older Mirage one, so I've got that one. And got Palace Station. I wasn't sure if I had one from the Palace Station. I got that from there as well. Talking of Palace Station, circa leads me on to going out and about. What we did, well, you saw everything we did in the videos. I haven't held anything back. Some of you may be asking why I didn't go to Resorts World on both trips, both on January and December trips. I don't know. Everyone seems to be like, it's okay there. I will give it a go the next trip. Get off my lazy butt and get myself down to the north end of the strip and go and try it out. We just didn't feel the absolute need to go down there. Probably more for being lazy than anything else, to be honest. We did make sure we went downtown and went to Circa, as you may have seen in the video. I wasn't struck with Circa, but there again, a bit of an old git here, and I just found the music too loud to be that loud at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Friday night, yeah, when you've had a few drinks, a bit of banging, electronic dance music, yeah, no, it's absolutely great. I like a bit of that, but there's a time and place, and when you're my age, it's not 10 o'clock in the morning. Other stuff in Vegas, busy. People saying Vegas is a bit empty. Wasn't that week. It was quite busy. A lot of conferences are on, and then Thursday the crowds really did move in. You've always got the weekend crowds that are coming in, but we had the East versus West college football game. That's American football at the Allegiant, and then on the Sunday the crowds are building for the Pro Bowl, which is like a prequel to the Super Bowl, which was the next weekend. Other observations, weird things that happened. Taxi tout. I've never seen a taxi tout outside the entrance of what is now called Harry Reid Airport. McCarran has been dropped for various political reasons. So Harry Reid Airport at Las Vegas. Yeah, a taxi tout. Taxi. You're a taxi, are you? And he seemed to get a bit arsey when I asked him that. Because now the taxis charge a set fare for various places on the strip, so like $21 for the nearby, $24 for mid-strip, and $28, I think, or $27 for a bit further up the northern end of the strip. We decided, when I looked at the Lyft / Uber fares, that they were going to be roughly the same, so we decided to get a standard Las Vegas cab. Wish we hadn't. The driver was, how do you describe somebody? Excuse my French, he was a total dick. He drove like an absolute maniac, and he wasn't actually good at controlling his car at that speed. I just thought it was going to crash. It was very late at night. It was, whatever it was, 8 o'clock, which for us was like 4 a.m. in the morning. Just wanted to get to the hotel. Just let him get on with it. Got out of the car and breathed a huge sigh of relief. Just no need for it. The Lyft / Uber drivers we all had, they were all great, all have very nice cars, and all turned up on time when they said they were coming, and the prices are very, very reasonable. Point A to point B on the strip, like Delano to Nacho Daddy or Cosmo back to Delano, were about $10 every trip we did. Very, very reasonable. Gambling wise with machines, a lot of new machines out there I hadn't seen before. Dragon Link was always a big favourite of mine. I have noticed, and I don't know if other people have noticed this, that there seems to be a lack now of hold and spin features coming out. It might have just been my luck. I was getting plenty of other features, like the free spins feature, but the hold and spin seemed very few and far between. There's a lot of varieties of this machine now. I just wonder if they've tightened them up a bit now. They know it's a bit of a craze to play them, but hey ho. There was other machines as well we used to enjoy playing. I've been around the strip for 3-4 years now. Heidi, Hannah. Just seems now that their pay seems to be very, very tight compared with what it used to be. But again, gambling's luck. I'm sure there's nothing to it. Coin combo, as you saw, fantastic luck, and the biggest luck we had was only really on one machine type, and that was I think it's Mighty Mouse. The horse one we certainly didn't win anything on really. You might have seen a few smaller wins on it. So Mighty Mouse is the way to go. And again, I was just talking to Nikki last night. Don't be fooled by the 4 pots. They are rather alluring and make you turn into a degenerate and chase them. But if you go and refer to my day 2 video when I won the hand pay in Excalibur, the pots, all 3 pots were completely empty when it triggered. So they can be full and they can be empty. The feature is totally random. Oh, just coming to the end of this. Future plans, going back to Vegas. For the time being, we don't have anything booked. We possibly have something on the horizon, maybe later in the year. If we go, it might be November. Flight prices at the moment from the UK, transatlantic, are absolutely through the roof. We don't have a lot of miles left. We've used all our Avios up pretty much, and we're only now starting to accumulate the Virgin miles, so we'll have to see what happens there. We've got a massive problem with our Virgin Flying Club account at the moment. They seem to have lost all the air miles, so we're trying to chase them to get them all back. But if we do go, we'll probably fly Virgin for that reason. And it just leads me to say just thanks very much indeed for watching the whole series. I hope you enjoyed it. It was certainly a ride for us with jackpots, and you never know, your luck. If you're going to Vegas, you might have your luck yourself, and it is, as we say, just luck. It's totally random, and as you saw for me, both of them came out of the blue. Thanks very much. If you've liked the whole series, why not give it a like? Do subscribe, because that all helps towards the channel. The more subscribers, the merrier. You always get the notifications as well if you hit the little bell button as well. When I put up a new video, I'll be doing like highlights and maybe a couple of other bits and pieces. But until then, take care of yourselves, and thanks for watching. Bye.